All right, you sexy zombie mother lovers, what is up? Welcome back to another Horde Base Alpha 20 test episode. Still working on the floating base design, as you can see here. Basically, I've been kind of working off of some suggestions some friends have had given me, and some ideas I had on my own on how to you know, best build this out to survive a horde night. The previous episode was, I believe, day 21. Fairly plain, no real special zombies or anything like that. Um, the first episode, which was longer, went through the whole build process, everything like that. I will link both of those episodes down in the comments section below in the video description. So if you want to check those out, feel free. Today, I am going to bump it up to, I think, maybe day, what is it, 35, I believe would be the next, well, 28, but I'll want to go a little bit higher, as well as level up my player to see level 14. Current game stage is 33. I want to get to a higher level to test out the game stage. So let me show you real quick, though, before we start what I've done. If you recall the previous video, if you hadn't seen it, go ahead and check out the link below. I had some issues where when I built this base, the top part up here collapsed. And that was because down below, when I was excavating, the way the game mechanic works is it still thinks this part of the base, even though it's floating and not quote unquote connected to anything, is still connected by the mechanic of the game. Um, so I lost stability and the roof and essentially the top part of my base fell in. So what I did is I removed that completely. I put in some beams just as kind of support, and I put the bars up here. So the thought process is during a horde night, maybe yourself, a couple friends or whatever, you could have some people in here shooting down into the pit, drawing the zombies towards you so they fall into the pit. You could potentially have some people up here. When it gets to the flying and spitting zombies, it'll need to be eliminated if they're not falling into the pit. Can do that from up here, as well as I will show you there is room now in the pit and some changes I've done. So let's go ahead and check that out. And again, I did all of these changes using creative mode and God mode. Basically, creative mode, turned on God mode, off and on to fly around, build the base out. Again, the concept is not to survive. This is basically to see how well these ideas work. So to get down to the bottom of the pit, we've got a little bit of a hatch here. Go down the airlock. I will close this behind me. And on the first level, if you'll recall, this was actually the old level where I used to have the bars, the chute holes that were basically arrow slits in the wall here. And if you'll look, what I had done is I have since extended the depth of the pit, and I made the sides angle in more and sort of funnel the zombies down to the blade traps. And I've got also, you can kind of notice them from here, the electric fences. So let's hop down there. I left this door because in case somebody or a zombie gets stuck up on the wall or something, we can always eliminate them. But this will take us all the way back down here. And this is the bottom floor. And basically, all of these blade traps, here it is looking up from there's the door where we were standing. The blade traps are set to spin, so as the zombies slide down the wall, they will hit the blade traps and be chopped up, fall onto the floor and hit these and be chopped up. And then around the edge here, again, just like on the previous level, I have it set up so that you can run around and shoot, but I did put the bars rather than the little arrow slits, just because it gives a little bit better visibility. I've got a generator bank and switches for the blade traps and the electric fences. Now, I'm going with this just because a user had recommended this, one of my friends. Mainly because as the zombies fall, they'll hit this electric fence, they'll get stunned, they'll take damage, and because it slows them a little bit, they may get stuck on the blade traps longer and take more damage. You know, and potentially when they hit the ground, it'll just be that easier to kill by these traps or by someone shooting through the openings here. Now, what I did is basically this is the overall width from this wall to this wall of the original pit design, and that's evident here by this upper part. On the wall going down, essentially what I did is I took these are called wedge tips and the wedge 60. Now they're not the full wedge, and I placed them on face, rotated them, and you'll notice it's a little bit steeper curve as opposed to just the ramp, which is, see, they've changed all these. Wedge tip hollow. This one, I believe. So the problem is, I believe, as the zombie comes down, if they fall and they hit the short ramp, the normal ramp, you can stand on it. If they hit the wedge, they slide. So the idea is to kind of force them down into the pit. See how I slid off? Now if I jump up on here, and I jump onto this guy, I stay. All right, and the idea is, like I said, they'll slide down the steeper ramps, the wedge tips, versus the ramp where they'll actually stop. So this will funnel them into this little crevice here, the narrower part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and actually give myself some shotgun shells. Get rid of these batteries, don't need them. And now what I had done is I had used TNT to actually kind of excavate the hole. Let's see, I'll take my shotgun. Oh wait, that's the rifle. Here's the shotgun. And I want to do the SMG. Take the SMG, and those are actually 9mm, I believe. And I want to get some pipe bombs and Molotovs. Get rid of this piece, get rid of these, don't need those, don't need those, don't need that. Don't need the bars, don't need the fence. Okay, let me check and see. This guy's got gas, this guy's got gas. So what I'm gonna do, turn those on, turn those on. Actually, I'm going to go into God mode here. So you can see they're all running. These fences are electrified. So it'll work. And then there's nothing else up here. So the concept is pretty straightforward. I'm going to get up in here. And I think what I want to do is, let's see, put some of these. And I'm going to do a set time, day 35. Let's go 1800. That's fine. I want to do give self XP 15,000. Another 15. I'll go through a couple levels here. This puts me at 18. Let me get a couple more. 20. Alright, let's. I'm not worried about the points. Now my game stage is 48. You know what? I'll bump it up a little bit. Usually we're typically a little bit higher, I think, than this. Okay, level 23. Game stage 55. Ah, that's good. That's a good try, I think. Let's do this now. I'm gonna set the time to 21:58. We should get Horde Night speed 3. Let's see if we get even some oh, you know what? Oh, there they come. Ha! See? Oh, we got dogs. Look at that. Ah, so the dogs aren't falling. That's certainly going to be an issue. Zombies are falling. Oh, you know what? I hear birds up there. Let's go up here real quick. Wow. Okay, so this guy's trying to break in there. There's a birdie. So this concept works pretty well. Looks like these guys are getting stuck here, though. Let me go down a little bit. Let's see. Come at me, bro. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so they're falling down pretty well. I may have to do something more with the traps, because it looks like they're going to be still kind of. Oh shoot! Oh, got out of water. Let's toggle God mode real quick. Oh my gosh. So they are coming here. Yeah, so the dogs are not falling in. Not sure why. Maybe they control, they can navigate those a little bit better. But yeah, see how the zombies are falling? I'm going to go into God mode here real quick and see what this looks like. So they're pretty much just all falling in and getting tweaked. They're getting chopped up by the blades. So this is working pretty well. Oh, you know what? So some of these guys are getting stuck up there. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess this is a good test, though, because, see, now they're falling in. I'm going to go down there and see what this looks like. So the zombies are all falling down on me. Yeah, these guys are... Wow. Yeah, they're getting eaten alive. Now, the funny thing is I'm not getting XP for these. I'm going to do something real quick here while this is working so well. I could have sworn there was a 10 more damage. There was a perk at some point that you get points, I thought, for trap kills. Yes, so I would need advanced engineering to get that. So let's see, maybe I got enough to buy this. This is going to be a total of level 10. Well, maybe not, but you'll be able to get up there at some point. Yeah, so right now I'm getting none. You have to start at level 3 advanced engineering. So if you're leveling up the ability to build traps and not purchasing them, you will get XP for these. By nature of unlocking all the traps and such. So the only problem I have with this design, so far that I can tell, I cannot safely get from the pit to the house. I'm going to try this. Oh yeah, this isn't going to work. Oh, good lord. Oh man, this is... Alright, I'm gonna go God mode real quick. Yeah, so this is gonna cause some issues. I'm gonna close this. Oh yeah. Alright, you guys, fall into the pit with me. Come on. Oh, we got the other zombie. This for the irradiated zombie guys. Take care of you real quick. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at a way to make it so I can get to the pit from inside my safe area here and not kill myself with the flame. I mean, the concept seems to be working well. Let me do this. I want to set time day 36, and we'll say 7 o'clock. Wow, there are lots of zombies up there. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if maybe... Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard to do, I think. I'm going to have to figure something out. These guys are all trying to come up on me. Alright, let's see what the damage is down here, because these guys... So, we lost some traps. jeez. Yeah, so we lost the traps because the damage they were giving to the zombies. Turn this guy off. Turn that guy off. Let's see what we got here. Do I have a wrench? So they're damaged. Yeah, these guys are taking damage. So even though the zombies were over here beating on the walls, they're pretty sustainable. So this is even with just regular concrete. Obviously, if you have metal and stuff, you could upgrade it, but I mean, this concept works pretty well. This whole thing is going to need to be reworked. Getting down there seems like it's going to be a problem. Unless it's like, you know, you're with friends. Some are going to go down, some are going to stay here. But then they're kind of stuck in that rut. Yeah, I think this design works pretty well. I do like the idea of the traps here. This wall idea with the slant. This whole sliding mechanism mechanic works awesome. I think that's great because, you know, I'm standing here, I'm not touching the keyboard. I basically have no choice but to follow the slope down into the ground. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I can't even, so even against like other players, there'd be no way for them to do that. I mean, I can kind of jump. I can get up to the top, but I can't stay there. Let's see, maybe I can get over here. No. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck following down, and that seems to be what generally the zombies do. The dogs seem to be able to maneuver that a little bit better, but you know, having the grates up here and the door obviously helps to throw Molotovs and whatnot down. I think what they're doing is because I am up here and they're falling into the pit. They were all moving to this door because the new AI pathing is telling them that's the way to get back up to me. So their attempt to get to the door, go up here, and then try and get to me again, if I waited long enough, I'm sure in time, and they had broken through, or I left those open, they'd essentially try and get me, fall into the pit, go up, come up the ladder, rinse and repeat, try and get me, fall into the pit, and so on. So, you know, I mean, that could be another option, but this works out pretty well, I think. So yeah, I like this idea. I appreciate it. I do have one change I think I want to make to it, and I'm going to try and get this method of egress and ingress into the bottom of the pit somehow integrated to where it's safer to be able to get back into the actual base. Then you could transition from both above ground and below ground safely. Yeah, I seem to resolve the issue with the walls collapsing or the roof collapsing. That worked out pretty well, as we saw. I killed the flying zombie, the birds up here. I did not have any spitters yet, so it'll be interesting to see. What is it? Day 42, I think, would be the next one. It'll be interesting to see how those work. If the spitters come, and we go from there. So. Again, I appreciate it. If you guys are new here, thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from this, gives you some ideas. If you've got any ideas you want me to try, criticisms, critiques, whatever, put them in the comments down below. And, you know, if you got an idea you want me to try, I'll add it to the list and go through it. If you're an existing viewer, thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting me. And I appreciate all you guys being here. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.